Welcome back, folks. MTG Joe here, and we're playing some more historic 100 card brawl. And today we're going to be trying out a build, an Izzet build, blue and red, helmed by my favorite legendary creature in Arena, a deck card that I play heavily in historic as well. Niv Mizzet Parun, 6 mana, blue, 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 red, 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 6 mana, 5/5, flying, can't be countered. Whenever you draw a card, you get to deal a damage to any target. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery, you get to draw a card. So pairing this with a bunch of basically red-based removal, blue-based card draw, a couple counter spells just for permission here, some bounce effects, some treasures in here, a couple stealing effects, lots of ramp. There is an infinite combo in the deck. When you do play Curiosity on top of Niv Mizzet. So Curiosity reads whenever enchanted creature deals damage to an opponent, you draw a card. So with Niv Mizzet's ability, you target the player, it deals a damage, you draw a card. Because of that, you deal a damage, and then it creates a loop and you basically machine gun down your opponent. There's a couple other cool enchantments in the deck that we are interested in playing out. So we can do, I think that works the way I want it. Yeah, awesome. So someone suggested I kind of highlight like this if there's kind of key themes, stuff like that. So as foretold, lets us play spells for free once it gets up enough counters on it. Confounding Conundrum's a good card in these blue-based decks when you're not playing like extra line ramp to kind of punish your opponent that way. Fires of Invention, while we don't get to play instants, it does allow us to double spell at times. Leyline of Anticipation, so you generally want one of these out at a time. Leyline's better because you get to play stuff at instant speed, including your Niv Mizzet. Double Vision lets us copy our spells, and then we also have 1,000-Year Storm, which lets us basically create storm and then kind of pop off in that manner there. We are on a Field of the Dead package, so you'll notice my land base has both snow basics and regular basics. This basically lets you have 2 land types for the price of 1. So we'll give it a shot. Won 52 brawl matches. I really liked historic brawl. It's what I usually play for my dailies, stuff like that. A lot of creative space. Excited to see where we go with the new set. Leading up to Historic Horizons that's coming out later this week. I will be a couple days late for getting some content out. I'll try to get 1 or 2 up early. So we'll keep this hand. But from there, what we will do is play a bunch of historic afterwards. Brainstorm's actually a lot better with Niv Mizzet. It's basically 4 damage. So we'll hold off on that. Play this out for now. This might be a spell, so we'll wait. We also have Rowan. Magma Quake could come in handy. I think we're just on Narset, find a spell here. This is going to be a bit annoying, so Dispute, negate. I think we keep the Dispute. We're probably a ways away from Mizzet's Mastery, so we'll have to keep 3 mana, but if we could counter this, it's usually pretty good. Especially with Visionary. So we'll probably play this tapped. Hold up Dispute. If we don't, then we can play out Will Side and make Sarulf smaller. Okay, if they're just firing that up. Could set up a Magma Quake. Okay, Lava Coil's actually pretty good here. Lets us hold up both. In case we get a shuffle effect. So this forces them to at least play something more out. Do have the option of plussing here, but I think we want to keep the Gitrog off until we can at least play Niv Mizzet. That's an easy mystical dispute. This also makes this better. So Magma Quake deals X damage to each creature without flying. So we can go Niv Mizzet here. I think that's the play. They're likely going to play out Get Rog. If not, it basically draws us a card. Ooh, they have the Chupacabra. Guess not. That gets them in for 2. Save Think Twice for later. So this pluses to 5. They could do a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I think we're just going Drake here. I'm actually going to do this now. They missed land drop. So Electrolyze deals 2. We get to draw a card. And then we have the Anger as well to sweep up. That means they need 2 land drops in a row. Oracle can get them there. Okay, Bog's a little annoying, but thankfully we still have this Think Twice. We have Improbable as well, so probably just go Anger here. I don't want him to hit any more land drops. We'll get a token here. So they can Vraska down this Improbable Alliance, but it's kind of annoying. Will can start doing some stuff. We could probably just Niv. Actually, I want to wait till we can draw a card off Niv as well. This triggers Improbable Alliance because Vraska just comes down. This also makes our spells cheaper, including Disdainful Stroke, which is nice. We do have the Hall here, which can start pressuring them. That's fine. We'll take the line drop. So I'll probably keep this for afterwards. That's fine. I think if they go Vraska here, we counter this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll just go to our turn. They've used quite a bit of removal at this point. And then I can draw a bunch of cards anyways, so it pretty much replaces itself. We already have the 2 extra mana for Niv. So usually what you want to do is resolve the ability first. It lets you see what you have. Agent's nice here because we could just steal whatever good thing they play. Yeah, ooh, Mastery. Nothing great to Mastery just yet. I kind of want to steal Get Rog, but should have waited. Let's just take their land. Hand. Bottom. So we can set up an Opus Overload as well. I screwed that up. I should have... My sequencing was a little awkward that game, or that turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Niv is 10. Plus I have the Storm's Wrath. They can fight, but I don't really want to deal with that right now. I think we're just setting up an upkeep Magma Opus. Yeah, we'll still do this. So deal 4. Tap, tap. And then they can fight here. But then that kills Pelucranos. Cool, got him. And then we still had the Overload Magma Opus, which then would have cast it again. So I think a big turning point in that game was actually us taking the elf off the battlefield. The opponent was kind of playing from behind and they kept prioritizing, rightly so, I think, prioritizing taking Niv off the table. The more turns you get with Niv untapped, the kind of overrun ability, you're just going to draw so many cards and just machine gun your opponent. Against Kalia, I think we're okay with this hand. So they're going to typically be a bigger dragon style deck. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to get Kalia down before we could counter it. But what we can do is tempo them for a turn and bounce it, and then counter it on the way down. See what they do here. If we were on the play, being able to dispute it would be nice. Although they get the ETB effect, because then later this can block. So they got Orcus and Thing. So they're going to have to discard anyways. So even though they got 2 cards ahead, they're going to have to discard a card to hand size. And then what I can do this turn is basically set it up where I have the option to cast Brazen Boar or Dispute. You can see them probably getting rid of Gadarok. And Cleansing Nova. Okay. So we'll pass this turn, see what they want to play out. I think I like doing this. Now the downside is they can have a flash creature. Oh, sorry, a haste creature. There's a lot of dragons at 4 mana with haste. So we do have the combo set up. So I think we are playing towards the combo. So let's throw out some distractions. Next turn I could Rowan, draw 2 cards, just basically set it up like, hey, look at these creatures. And then once we get to 7 mana, we combo kill them. Let's see what we get here. Negate Mordecaian. Fire Prophecy. I think I like Fire Prophecy here over Negate. While I can't hit all the dragons, it hits Kalia and it hits Orcus. Does this have haste? Does not. So this can set us up nicely for the following turn. Also just draws us some more cards here. They might have Banishing Verse here. Just Helix, okay. That's fine. I can Snarl next turn, play Niv, but I think we just want to wait till we have 7 mana. And this is nice here. They get a card, but not the end of the world. So this turn, I'm likely just playing out this and a Fire Prophecy. So I can probably get away with just playing this tapped. We'll tuck away a mountain here. And then we basically set up the combo where they can't play any instants or sorceries, otherwise they lose. Actually, you know what? I screwed up there. I needed to play the Snarl. I don't have the mana. So we're going to decline here. I need this mountain to play out for the 4th blue. Demon Lord Bezalok. Darby Dragons. Okay. Flashing this. They go to discards. They're just like every giant creature possible. And this is the thing, playing Mardu like this, you're playing a lot of powerful spells, but you're playing this kind of bad ramp. They should be playing a lot of like the 2 mana stuff. So now the opponent loses the game as soon as they take 1 point of damage. They could technically Vanishing Verse, but the trigger goes on the stack. What they need is a haste way to deal damage to this. Or like a creature way. So they can do like Terror of the Peaks, but they're dead. We could have waited like 2 more turns, but their hand was starting to get really chunky, and like with Terror of the Peaks coming down, it was going to be basically GG. I would love to draw a card. I would love to draw a card. But wait, opponent, there's more! The interface is a little annoying, but basically we always get priority with drawing the card first because their spell goes on the stack, it triggers the ability, and then we kind of go through the loop. Alrighty. Bloodbraid Bug officially on Muldrotha. So this is going to be a graveyard permanent deck. We need a land, but I think this hand's pretty good otherwise. Need a couple lands, but Relic can get us ahead. I think we keep this. The Wizard's class also can draw cards for us. Yikes. Wizard's class does a lot in this deck. Okay, so we hit our land. Wizard's class gives us no maximum hand size, lets us draw 2 cards, and then acts as like another combo. They're just like heavy discard. Gotta love 100 card deck. Here's 2 1-mana discard spells. I think because they're going a bit slow, and the way our hand's shaping up, we're just gonna pivot and try to be the aggressor. Muldrotha's gonna be a pain, just being a 6/6. We need some lines or card draw. It's something. We're probably going to cycle the Suns on end step. Makes the Beacon Bolt better as well. So the nice, like Muldrotha with these cycling lines plays out nice. It lets you cast like these from the graveyard because it's permanent each turn. Or cast or play. So I think given Blitz, I'm actually going to Lava Coil this because it gets exiled, so they don't get the benefit from there. We just need to hit any land untapped and we can play Niv next turn. Magma Quake can kill Gonti right now, but okay, cool. Well, shield's down for a turn. If they don't have removal, we go to town. If they do have removal, it draws us another card. Ooh, that one hurts. That one hurts a lot. That one hurts a lot. The nice thing is this turns on these to deal some more damage. So I do have the option to both Beacon Bolt and Blitz on this. That one hurt like so much. Didn't get the card, their 3-mana spell. Okay, I think we're just passing here. We're going to just try to keep this Opus for a later play. I'm going to scry here. Prismari Campus come in and clutch. We'll take that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So can't quite do it yet. No, 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 no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they need another land. They could play Muldrotha again. They kind of have our Niv on lock right now, unfortunately. So not this turn. Interesting, they're going the card draw route. Guess that makes sense, you just recast it. This will get better late game. Cool. So upkeep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you tap 2 permanents. Let's take them off most of their green. This refills our hand. We can try the hard cast Shark route. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Ah, they're playing so much discard. They built it really just like bug control. Protects their Muldrotha. This also only does like non-flying. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. So they have the mana there. They can get back their Storm Tamer. So I can loot here. I think we're just sandbarring, getting... And then I can scry. Have Beacon Bolt ready too. Take 3. Just try to get some chip damage in. Can kill their Muldrotha. Not this turn, but the following. Kaya's Ghost Form. That is adorable. So we're in a really rough spot now, just because this is going to keep coming back, and they can establish the loop. They can also get Plaguecrafter back. Oh, okay. Well, do you have Chupacabra? They can't play instants or sorceries, or we win. No! Are you kidding me? Okay, so we can't win. Our deck plays instants and sorceries. That matchup seemed like a nightmare. Just timely discard after discard into, hey, I just happen to have Agent the turn you have. For the amount of discard they showed, I wasn't really inclined to waiting till we could have, like, we need a few more lands for that to actually be viable. Okay, let's try this out. They're on a Will Rowan plan. They want to cast spells. Our commander pains them for doing so. No red mana, but we have an Opt, as well as Memory Lapse to tempo them for a turn. So we can counter the first instance of Rowan if they want to go here. Nope. If you aren't a red mana, we aren't interested. We can tempo them a couple turns. We'll see if they want to go Rowan side. Brawl. I'd rather you don't. How about that? They had Jawari. I think we're just passing the turn here. Bawl coming down is a pain. This is a card we could play in our deck as well, but because we're playing a lot of like burn-based sweepers, like they had a turn 3, turn 2, you're going to be good, but in a 100 card deck, if you play this as your commander and you always have it as turn 2, then you're pretty good. So we're just going to cycle Shark, depending what they do here. Try to find a land. They have Stifle. This is actually really good because it could hit run. So I'm going to hold back because I'm going to try to set up an Electrolyze turn. They could be on Storm as well. This reduces cost. Play draw. They hit us with a Jawari. I might just concede this game. This player's playing really slow. You're on turn 4. You're not having huge world-ending decisions. We're probably too far behind that game. We missed line drops. I think the hand was reasonable to keep between Opt and like the spells we had, but they're playing pretty heavy tempo. Okay, well, they want to play instants and sorceries. And again, we are a deck that punishes instants and sorceries. No red mana. We also don't have a way to take Cody off. I think we mulligan this. Okay, we'll keep this hand. Leyline. If we can mass manipulation Cody, that'd be cool. Also flash in As Foretold. Do need some lines. Happens sometimes. We'll run one more. Apparently the flash was too much. Ooh. Jorya? I think 5-color Jeskai reduces the cost of spells cast. That's a keep. Ooh, with Gyruda. Okay. Looks sweet. We can flash this in if they play a mana, like a ramp card. I could tempo them for a turn, but I think that's fine. If they just spend their whole turn playing Jorah, I'll just bounce it back to their hand. If they go for some ramp. So companions, you still have to... So Jodah, instead of paying a spell's mana cost, you can pay 5 mana. I would like a burn spell here. Looks like they don't have blue mana. We're probably just expressiving this turn. Okay, so we have the combo in hand. Or Arcane Signet. I think we're just going to try for the combo. So the reason that we didn't play this at instant speed is because if we hit lands, we want to play them. Sure. Okay, we are drawing pretty heavy on the land side. I think we're willing to do this. Okay, with Opus, I'm probably going to discard Opus on my end step. And then I could return it to hand. I could have flashed this into block. But I was trying to find like a 2-mana removal spell. Oh, you have flash. Well, that is just downright terrifying. Okay, okay, okay. We're gonna discard our hand, so let's Mizzet's Mastery. What? Oh, we could copy Niv Mizzet. Okay, Ginjataxis. I don't know why it keeps trying to make Niv happen. And then we will Lava Coil as well. Just keep them off mana. They missed lands a couple turns. So that was a hell of a top deck. We are short of red mana now. But I do have the ability to instant speed. Okay, so they probably get rid of... Interesting. And that was a legal Magic the Gathering play. I think given that they missed lands and then they might fall for that trick, we experimental overload on end step. They might also fall for that and attack in. So how this works is when a second line comes into play, they have to return a line to hand. I really think Leyline was the play there. A 4/4 isn't pressuring your life total that hard. I think that's fine. Trigger go on the stack. You can take my Rowan. But I will take Lava Coil. And I will flash in Lava Coil and kill this. I could have taken this off the battlefield. That might have been right. I should have done that. They were hampered on mana, so just pressuring them further would have been correct. So they have a Braid. Three, four, five, six, seven. So let's draw 2 cards here. Did get fires. Fires is only from your hand. You may cast spells during your turn. You may cast no more. Okay, so what we can do is Niv and do it and we win. I could have saved the draw 2, which maybe was correct. Okay, into the north. Could also Niv Seagate Restoration. Okay, so we're just setting up combo at instant speed. Niv, Curiosity, at end step, untap, machine gun them. Let them untap for Gyruda. Let's see what they get. Eugene. Bye, friend. Bye, friend. They're gonna let me click through this, aren't they? I didn't put this in my deck to not click. When I get them like low enough, we're gonna Seagate Restoration them when they're down to like 1. For like a 2-card combo and a 100-card deck, you draw enough cards in this deck that you can pretty consistently find the combo. And then Niv oftentimes will replace itself just with the type of removal. Then we'll draw with the matchup. They pretty much had us hard locked. So we're going to decline. Bye, friend. Oh no. We'll kill you. We'll kill you. The stack is massive. The opponent's salty. Ooh, we got a Roper. So this is Niv Mizzet. If you're going to make me play it through, I'm going to cast my spells. Don't be mad. I should have gone full priority, just cast more spells. Salty, salty gamer. So as we wait for the salt to flow from this gamer across Mr. Fishy, if you do have any cool historic commander decks you'd like featured, drop a comment in the video. We will try to get those up. Otherwise, I will be coming back once Jumpstart Rising comes. So we'll be doing a mix of historic Brawl and standard 2022 until the drop of Historic Horizons. Then we'll go pretty hard on historic for a couple weeks as we try out all those new sweet cards. We'll also kind of slide in some new commanders from Historic Horizons. Like there's the Sliver, like Cascade one. I'm gonna build 5-color Cascade. I have Maelstrom Wander built in EDH, so gotta BM them. If they're gonna BM me, I'm gonna BM them. I still think this game went back to them just not blowing up Leyline. They overvalued a 4/4, I think. Alright, 19 on the stack. Niv Mizzet taking him down. So that's the deck. This is one of my favorite ones to play. I love Niv Mizzet. If you do want to play Niv Mizzet in Historic, I do have my Niv deck. This is the deck that for the last couple months I've consistently got Mythic with. It is a tempo deck, meaning you're kind of controlling some matchups, kind of aggressive. You can kind of play both roles. I did play it in best of 1. There is also a sideboard if you're interested in playing in best of 3. You can find this on my Aether Hub. There's also videos of me playing the deck. I've played close to 100 games with this and have a 60-odd% win rate. It is my pride and joy of a deck, but definitely something to check out if you're interested in Constructed as well. Anyways, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.